In this video, I'm going to talk about the Theragun Mini. After doing a review of the G3 Pro, I got some messages on social media asking if I would do a review of the Theragun Mini. And here it is, guys. Ba-bum. I am so excited about this. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to take you guys through the unboxing, and then I'm going to do a full review and a comparison against the G3 Pro and give my thoughts about what I think to the product and if you can have a Mini instead of a big Theragun. Let's do this! The suspense is killing me. Oh, straight out the box. We've got the Theragun and the case, little Thera Body welcome pack, and then the charging cable. Before we go into the machine itself, I'm so excited about this. Let's have a look at this. There's a warning and the Theragun story, or the Thera Body story. Actually, now's a really good time to point out that the company is no longer called Theragun, it's called Thera Body, because they're making health and wellbeing products, including a vibrating foam roller and some CBD products. So I hope to get my hands on those in the future to do a review. And I do really like this story because it does give the history of the Theragun and where it came from, and that's why I rate the product so much, because a chiropractor designed that. Got some instruction manuals, won't be needing that, and something to do with the app. Got myself a sticker straight on my laptop. Also this little card. That's all the bump done. Actually, let's look at the charging cable quick. Basic charging cable. Let the drum roll, please. Wow, look at this. Look at the difference. This is, I mean, I love my G3 Pro, but it's big and heavy, and I definitely don't think I'd travel with it. In fact, I said in my review video that I wouldn't. Look at this. Thera Body are selling this as an ultra portable treatment in the palm of your hand, which seems pretty fitting. And then, of course, the first thing that you'll notice is it's super tiny, and also that it is much lighter than the other Theraguns. This is coming in at around 675 grams, whereas the G3 Pro coming in at 1,386. So this is coming in at half the weight and around half the size, but will it deliver the same results? The two most important things for me about a percussion therapy device is the frequency and also the amplitude. Let's start with the frequency. The Theragun Mini has 3 frequencies: 1,750 reps per minute, 2,100 reps a minute, and the standard 2,400 reps a minute. This is slightly different to the G3 Pro because the G3 Pro only has 2 settings, so I'm pretty impressed that this has got the 3. But what is important to consider is this has got 12 mil of amplitude, and the amplitude is the amount of travel that the head moves in and out. And on the standard Theraguns, let's call them standard, like standard size, you've got 16 mil of amplitude. So I will be trying that out in the video today and let you know my thoughts on the 12 mil. There's an inbuilt battery, a lithium battery, which says it's going to last 150 minutes, so let's put that to the test. When the device is fully charged, the little green light stays on all the time. Gonna put it on the highest setting. We broke the 3-hour mark. It finally stopped. It lasted 3 hours and 19 minutes. That is incredible. The battery lasted almost 200 minutes, which is 50 minutes more than it said on the website. So at least we know we're getting pretty honest stats. Just for the sake of an example, if the battery was to last what it said on the website, which is 150 minutes, if you're going to use the device for 10 minutes every day, then out of one charge, you're going to get over 2 weeks worth of use, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And then the most exciting thing for me is that since the 4th generation, all of the Theragun models have got a quiet force technology, which says it's 60% quieter than the other Theraguns. Well, my G3 Pro, I love it to bits and I use it almost every day. But if I'm going to use it early in the morning or late at night, I tend to shut my door and shut my window because I don't want to keep my housemates and neighbours awake. So for me to be able to use this and not worry so much about disturbing people is going to be great. Let's put it to the test. I'll put this straight to the highest setting and see what it's like, just see if you guys can hear me. This is the Theragun Mini on the lowest setting, on the second setting, and also the last setting, the highest one. The thing for me is that often I'm sitting in the other room with my housemates, maybe we're having a chat or watching TV, and I just feel like I want to use my Theragun, but actually if I was to do that I'd probably be told to leave the room. But I'm thinking that actually I can now just sit and chat and use my Theragun Mini. What I have noticed straight up is that the vibration coming through the machine, there's quite a lot of vibration into my hand, which I think probably will take some getting used to. On the G3 Pro, I'm finding that I'm not getting any vibration up into my hand, which makes it super comfortable. And then if you have got any kind of repetitive strain or carpal tunnel, then I suppose that's not going to affect it. But I will do a bit more of a full body test later on in this video. What I really love about this is the size of the product. I can really see myself just chucking it into my bag. If I'm doing an overnighter or heading to the gym, any kind of sports, then it's just super portable. And also it looks so sturdy. I'm pretty happy that even though the Mini only comes with one head, I am able to use the attachments from my G3 Pro and use it on here. Because one of my favourite attachments is the wedge. That just snaps straight on. Now I think I've got scarily small hands for a woman of my size, but it fits quite nicely in the palm of my hand and I can't hold back any longer. Let's test it out. I'm going to go straight in for the highest setting. Let's get my triceps, they're often the sorest part. I've just come up with a great idea for a test. It's called the wobble test. Theragun Mini, G3 Pro. Theragun Mini, G3 Pro. Theragun Mini, G3 Pro. You know, there was a time where once I couldn't even put the Theragun anywhere near my calf without going through the roof. Okay. Right now, I don't think that's strong enough for me. I suppose I've been lucky this last few months because I've been using the Pro with the 16mm of amplitude. However, I don't usually use the standard attachment. I usually use the thumb or the wedge. So let's whack the thumb on. Ooh, that's better. Ooh, yeah, much better. I know what I'll do. Medium attachment, medium attachment. Okay, I know what's going on now. I know what's going on and I know what I'm going to tell you. When I first saw the Theragun Mini, I got so excited, I instantly wanted it. I thought there's probably not much difference between 12mm and 16mm. Oh my goodness, it's so small, it's so lovely. I suppose the question on many people's lips, and hence the reason that you're watching this video, is first of all, is the Theragun Mini worth it? And also, could you buy a Theragun Mini instead of a Prime, Elite or a Pro? If you're wanting a percussion therapy device, then I think you probably ought to go for one of the bigger models. Now bear in mind, if you're going to go for a Prime, Elite or a Pro, or even if you're watching this video in the future when they've come up with loads of other fancy names, then bear in mind that the bigger models all pack the same punch in terms of amplitude and that optimal 40 reps per second or 2,400 reps per minute. So really, also, even if you're going to buy the lowest model at £275, then you're going to get that optimum amplitude and frequency. I think that the Mini makes a great companion if you've got the extra cash to a bigger model. Would I buy this by itself? It's £175. Let's put it this way. I did a comparison of a Theragun with a £100 massage gun from Amazon. Now, if you're going to spend £100 on an Amazon massage gun, don't waste your money. Then spend an extra £75 and get a Theragun Mini. But if you're really wanting to get deep into that muscle and really feel the device working, then I really think that the bigger model is much better because you've got much more amplitude. You can feel much more depth going into your muscle. I think a good reason to go for the Mini is if you are low on disposable income and you do want a decent top quality percussion therapy device, but also if you're low on space and you're on the road a lot, you're not really going to want to lug around almost 2 kilos of a device plus all the charging stuff. So if you're at the gym a lot or you want something super small and super quiet, I can see even using something like this on an aeroplane would be amazing. Then the Theragun Mini I think really would be the device for you. It's really difficult for me to say if you could pick one or the other. I'm not quite getting as much depth with this. However, having tried cheaper models in the past, this is way better. Okay, I feel like I need to give this a little bit more credit. I just got back from doing sprints. I do sprints every Wednesday morning and my quads often feel really tight when I get back. So I'm going to use this and see how it stacks up. Get it straight on the highest setting. It's my left quad that's playing up this morning. Ay caramba, that is super tight. Ooh. So I think this is where the Mini comes into its own. I literally just got back from sprints, but if I wasn't so close to my home, then this would be in my bag and I would use it straight after. Usually I can use the Mini all over my body and I can't really feel that it does as much as the big boy. However, straight after exercise, I can really feel that deep in my quad. That's kind of changed my view on it. It's gone up a couple of notches because to throw that in my gym bag, my exercise bag, or just wherever I am training at the time, to use that straight after, that's really where it's going to come into its own. And then finally, before the conclusion, I'll speak about the Thera Body App. All of the bigger models do have a Bluetooth connectivity which then connects directly to the app, and then it takes you through a routine analysing the pressure that you're putting through the device. The Theragun Mini doesn't have the Bluetooth connectivity, however you can still use the two perfectly well together. I myself don't use the app because I feel quite intuitive with using the Theraguns on my body. However, if you haven't used a Theragun and you're not quite sure what to do, then I think that the app is a really great resource. You get the option to pick certain activities, including sleep, interval training, running, strength work, yoga, and the list goes on. Then you also get to choose certain body parts such as glutes, shoulders, upper back, calves, feet. Again, the list goes on, and then finally you get to choose a routine or a program based on the ailments that you might be suffering from, including plantar fasciitis, cramps, sciatica, carpal tunnel or shin splints. So although the Theragun Mini doesn't have Bluetooth connectivity straight to the app, then you've just got absolutely tons of resources within the app to get you started and to get your body functioning better. In conclusion, I think if you're wanting a device that gives you optimum results, then go for a bigger model. And then if you are low on cash or space, then go for the Mini. But also the Mini would make a great partner to an existing Theragun that you might already have. What I'd like to see on this model is 16mm of amplitude, just to pack a little bit more punch. And probably if they could have done it, they would have done it. So I hope that you found this video useful. I do plan on making other videos like this where I test other fitness and health products and methods. So if there's anything that you want me to try, then please drop me a comment below. If you've enjoyed this, give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. And I will put some other videos on screen just right now that I think that you might like. And thank you very much for watching. That outro did so not go to plan, LT. Oh, still getting some decent vibration. Hey Rach, what's that noise? And why have you got your hand in your crotch?
Just my Theragun Mini.
Alright! He pulled her groin this morning.
Running.
Running.
Wait, that again.